Official costs to the economic bloc of rescuing Greece following the 2008 financial crisis is €278 billion. However, George Vamvoukas, who has served as Special Secretary of the Ministry of National Economy, said, the EU has spent a total of more than €600 billion. €80 billion is said to have come from Germany alone, but Professor Vamvoukas, an economist at the University of Athens, told the Bild newspaper that its share of the bailout was closer to €170 billion. He said the money that had been given to the country was gone forever, the paper said. The higher figures were because the honest calculation also included funds to rescue Greek banks, he said, as well as the two haircuts, a reduction in the value of the debt owed by a troubled borrower. Professor Vamvoukas commented, "You can't simply leave them out of the calculation." He explained that despite the bailout, Greece's debt-to-GDP ratio had gone through the roof. He said, in 2009, Greece's public debt was €298.5 billion, or 125.6% of economic output. In 2021, the Greek national debt is estimated at €389 billion or 222.3% of GDP. By comparison, the UK's debt-to-GDP ratio in December 2020 was 104.5%, the highest it had been in 50 years, following government borrowing to support the economy during the coronavirus pandemic. The UK's Chancellor Rishi Sunak has said that the debt was so high the government would seek to reduce borrowing to bring it down. Professor Vamvoukas said that the bailout had bought his country time, but the Greek economy had not been significantly built since the economic crisis. He said that in the period between 2008 and 2021, real GDP fell by 28.8%, from €250 billion to around €178 billion at the end of this year. He concluded that, it is obvious that the national debt is not sustainable under the conditions of a negative growth performance. In 2015, Greece's then Finance Minister Yanis Varoufakis said, "Your money has disappeared into a black hole." Professor Vamvoukas described Greece's debt as permanent. In 2015, Greece's then Finance Minister Yanis Varoufakis said, "Your money has disappeared into a black hole." Professor Vamvoukas described Greece's debt as permanent.